So let's talk stockpiling. If you're new here, my name is Emily. I'm also known as Aussie Free Girl here on the internet. You can find me on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, on my blog. I'm basically everywhere. I am a 30-something-year-old mother of 3, and I'm all about frugal living and saving money and just smashing out our goals so that we can live a better life while on a budget and while making concessions to the fact that I am a busy mom. So if you're into that kind of thing, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and maybe share this video with somebody else who might like this kind of thing. Today we are going to talk about all things stockpiling. Disclaimer, stockpiling is much different than panic buying. In fact, people that stockpiled didn't really add to the panic buying. I know I didn't. For all of the craziness that was going on, the only things I was buying was bread, milk, and fresh fruit and veg. I keep a stack of toilet paper on hand and paper towels and things like that because we are a family of 5 and we do go through a lot of toilet paper and paper towels and all of that. And this is one way that I save a ton of money. This has saved us at least tens of thousands of dollars over the past 11 or so years that I've been doing it. It started out with the fact that I was a single mom. I was living very, very low income. I had very little amount of money for food and necessities, including nappies and all of that. I also wasn't able to go out very often because I did not have a car, so I had to walk with my pram and bring things home bit by bit. So it was all about convenience, having stuff on hand so that when you get that massive power bill out of nowhere for no reason, or something breaks, something happens, that I had a reserve to fall back on, that I could cut money from our grocery budget to do that. So that's where that started. I'd also seen it somewhat growing up living in the country. When there was a lot of rain, when it flooded, we could be cut off from the shops for several weeks. So it wasn't a foreign concept to me, but it has obviously evolved over the years. Starting out, it was a storage container under my stairs because that's the only area that I had for this, room for this. And it was black and gold oats, pasta, tomato paste so I can make a basic pasta sauce, rice, things like that, 2-minute noodles, Aldi 2-minute noodles, all those kinds of things that I could use to bulk out my meals to stretch for another week or 2 or something. And there were many times that I did that. We don't just keep them and then they go bad. We rotate through our stock at all times to keep that from happening. So it went from that container to then later on to a single bookcase, which was this bookcase here, this middle one. This is 3 bookcases here. This, in my laundry at my old house, there was a bit of a wall between the door and the hot water heater where I could fit this bookcase, and I slowly expanded it as our family has expanded and as our tastes have changed to fit that bookcase. And then when we moved into this house, sorry, camera died there. When we moved into this house, I took some other bookcases and commandeered the back wall of my garage. I'll show you where it's situated, but we're in my 2-car garage. My car lives over there. My laundry is over here in the corner and my linen cupboard. And then we have a car and a motorbike. So the motorbike is parked back there. And then this is my stockpile / laundry mudroom area. So we found room for it. It is actually really bare at the moment compared to what it has been. It's been very full. It's been very, very bare. It fluctuates. We do use it as a working stockpile. We do have a pantry inside that we use as a working pantry, but this is my working stockpile. And I do have it sectioned out for convenience, and also if I know where everything goes, if everything has a place, when I'm popping into the car to go to the shops or something, I can quickly make note, oh, I'm low on pasta sauce or whatever it is. I can also, what I do sometimes is I take a quick photo of it so I can have it with me. So if I see a good deal when I'm at the shops, like half price on something that we eat regularly, I can quickly pull up that photo and be like, oh, I could grab 1 or 2, or oh, I don't need that. So I'm not buying things unnecessarily because we do rotate through this. So I will take you through that now. All right, so my garage is a bit of a mess at the moment, but I have my laundry stuff here. This is where hubby dumps all of his crap, and he's got like a workbench going here. My laundry is there. My stockpile is on that back wall. The kids are drawing on this box. And my car lives here. I'm just gonna keep my license plate out of it. And then I have the kids' bikes and our return and earn and more storage in the back corner. But that's where our stockpile lives, is situated. And I have, this is kind of our mud room where the kids kick their shoes and stuff off. And I do the laundry and then the stockpile. So you can probably already see I've got some defined sections going. It does get a mess when, especially when the kids are in here, or hubby's notorious for it, but I'll take you through it. If you've seen my stockpile videos before, this concept is generally the same. So this smaller bookcase right here is my pharmacy slash household slash sort of that kind of thing. So the top, I always try and keep a full roll of toilet paper. Sometimes I have two. I generally get them from Amazon at the moment because they're cheaper, and then they ship to me every 1.5 months. So I'm always got a backup roll in case, you know, gastro comes through the house, or I don't have money to go shopping and we at least have toilet paper. I always keep at least 6 boxes of tissues in the house, because I think you all know that when flu hits a family, you generally can go like through the house. So we'll go through these pretty quickly. And also we've had it come through and then like loop back around. So we've had 6 or 7 weeks where we've been sick and we don't want to go to the shops. And I never remember to buy tissues unless I'm low in my stockpile, if that makes sense. They just don't occur to me. I have masks here. They're open because I like to keep a stock in the car just in case for kids and me. I have my disinfectant wipes, which are obviously, I kept 1 packet before the pandemic, but now I keep 2 because I obviously wiping down the trolleys, stuff like that. I have some foam refill sanitizer hand wash, which I get this from Catch. I get 2 of these for $5, I think it is, and these last forever. And then I have 1 more of the Aldi ones, and I just refill the Aldi ones with this. There's 1 in the kids' bathroom, my bathroom, and 1 at the kitchen sink. I also keep Strepsils and butter menthols because I can't have Strepsils while I'm breastfeeding. So I keep things like that. Hand sanitizer. I've had these 2 since the start of the pandemic, and then I got that one for $2 and it was such a good deal. I grabbed it. I'm almost out of the hand sanitizers that I have around the house, so these will slowly be coming out, and then I've got that big one to refill these. I always keep children's Panadol. So we've got 2 5 to 12 years, but we must have used our 1 to 5 years and our baby Panadol. So I will add that to my list. So I try and keep 1 in here at least and 1 in the fridge, because the last thing you want with a sick kid is to have to run to the chemist at 3 a.m. in the morning. We have adult Panadol and adult Nurofen. I usually keep more than that, but we've had some dental issues and I had a baby, so there was, we've eaten into that. That's on the list. I'm down to my last tube of toothpaste, so I'll add that onto the list. Toothbrushes, detangling spray, my boys' body wash, my deodorant, cheap shampoo and conditioner for the kids because most of it goes down the drain still. Hubby's shampoo and conditioner, he prefers this one. I can get it for $2 each rather than, I think it's $3 or $4 at the shops. So I grab those whenever I see them for $2. I usually have a base price that I buy something at. These hubby loves, sometimes they go on special for $3 at Woolies and Coles, but I get them from Catch in a 3-pack for, I think it's just under $6. So I need to order those again. Coming down, I try and keep at least 2 to 3 bottles of dishwashing liquid in here at a time, especially when my dishwasher is currently broken. Usually I would have dishwashing tablets in here too, but I'm still waiting for that to be fixed. So we have dishwashing liquid, which I get from Aldi at 99 cents. I get the toilet wash from Catch again. Usually I can get 3 of them for $5, which is much cheaper than Coles and Woolies. The Jif, I get 2 of those for $4 from Catch. The Domestos, I got 3 for $3 from Lighthouse. So there we go. Coming down, we have our baby wipes section. So you can see for baby wipes, this is pretty low. So I need to fill this up. I probably need another box. I have my breast milk bags there, which I've only got 3 left. I have my storage sandwich kind of bags there. And then this yellow box you would have seen if you've been here for a while in other videos, but this is my COVID box. So if we get COVID or we think somebody has COVID, I have plastic cups, I have plastic plates, I have forks, knives, I have disinfectant stuff, I have plastic to put on tables to feed them, just to try and keep it from going completely through the house, and the less contact we have, the better. My son is immunocompromised, we do have a baby, just lots of reasons. So as my COVID box, I need to get some gloves for in there. I have 2 bottles of water. I've started grabbing a bottle of water every now and again when I go to the shops, because with the flooding, I know a lot of people had issues with the water being filtered. It wasn't great. So I'm going to start grabbing a couple of those. Moving across, we have nappies. So swim nappies are from Aldi. I just picked up some when they were on special because he's not ready for swimming yet, but he will be soon, and I can save money for the future me. I get a box of these nappies delivered from Amazon every month. I have it on a subscribe and save, so it works out to be $25 for enough nappies for the month, which is super duper cheap. I try and make sure I have at least 1 box in here before the box arrives. So I always have 2 boxes on hand and 1 in the next size up. In here we have our spaghetti pasta, and then down below we have bags of pasta. They don't go bad, except if you get the reject shop ones. I've had major problems with weevils with the reject shop ones, so I don't get them. This is my rice box. I put a 5 kilo bag of rice in here probably every other month. I'm due for one now. Down here I have yellow split peas, red lentils, dry kidney beans, those kind of pantry stable items. Moving up, we have, this is where I keep my sugar, my plain flour, and my self-raising flour. I'm out of my flours, so I need to buy that. I try and keep 3 things of 2-minute noodles in each flavor, so I'm low on beef, but I'm okay for chicken. Coming up, I have my mee goreng. I buy that in a box of 40 for less than $20. I have a gluten-free enchiladas. This is my gluten-free flour section. I've been slowly working through this. I got given a giant box of flour, so it had 4 of these and 4 of that and some brownies and stuff in it last year. They still have plenty of time on their best befores, and I'm slowly making my way through that. I'm going to have to start buying that again, which sucks because they're like $4 a box. I have my Cruskits because they seem, with the stock shortages and stuff like that, the gluten-free stuff goes out of stock really quickly, and I could not find any form of gluten-free crisp breads for months, and these are super handy to have on hand for me for quick snacks. Coming across here, I love this, and I buy this on a super special, so about once a year to every 6 months. A lot of the times I miss it. This goes as cheap as $4, and these are usually $6.50. So it's $2.50 a box I'm saving. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right there, I have saved $15 for the next year on that. I have my pasta. I always keep pasta on hand so that if I'm making, the kids pasta and stuff like that. I can make me pasta. This is technically out of date, this one and this one. That one's new, so that one probably won't be. But pasta doesn't really go bad, and each time I make pasta for myself, I use a whole box of this. So there's only 2 meals of pasta there. So I will rotate those out. Moving on, we have, oh, this is my gluten-free shelf. We have some gluten-free fusilini. That's new. This is new. I have a pancake mix. Yes, I can make pancakes from scratch, and I usually do. But if I'm making the kids pancakes from scratch, sometimes I just want to cheat and do my gluten-free pancakes really quickly. I have some gluten-free cake stuff for when I have a gluten-free friend over with me. We can quickly have a treat. I keep these protein bars. I get these from Amazon as well, sent to me. Works out to be $4 a box, and they're $6.50 at the Coles. But they're super handy to have in the nappy bag or in the car. When I'm running around all day, I can quickly shove them in my face and I'm not starving. We have my Asian shelf. See, someone's been into my protein bars. My Asian shelf, we have some rice paper rolls, sauces, rice wine vinegar, dressings. Over here we have a quick noodle soup for convenience item. We have our sweet potato noodles. These are actually spring roll wrappers right here. I've got some thick noodles there, thin noodles, and hot pot bases. I'm definitely low on my Asian stuff, but I'm going to go for a shop soon. This is my can shelf, definitely low again. I keep SpaghettiOs from the reject shop because my kids love them as a treat. I have peaches and pineapple. Usually I have 2 or 3 cans of pineapple, but again, I haven't been refilling. Peaches are for peach cobbler, for desserts, quick and easy. Down here, I'm going to do a 100 cookie recipe, which requires condensed milk, so stay tuned for that. I have garlic. I usually keep more than that on hand. A single salsa because it has been running low lately. Corn kernels, coconut milk, lentils, red kidney beans, and diced tomatoes. Diced tomatoes I usually try and keep completely stocked, which is 8 cans, because most recipes call for a whole can, and we do eat a lot of food as a family of 5. Down here, we're in my jars. So we've got pasta sauces, pasta bake sauces, cheese sauces, Indian sauces, chicken tonight, and stir-fry sauces. I make a lot of my own, but I try and keep a lot of this on hand so that hubby can quickly throw together a meal if I'm sick or something. And over here, I am making my own baby food for the baby. It's healthier, I can control it, it's cheaper. But again, if I'm sick or if something happens or I run out and I need some really quickly, I have these here. These were $1 a jar, so I'm going to keep them on hand and I'll reuse the jars for our baby food. I have 1 vegetable oil, 1 cordial. I usually try and keep 2 to 3 of each of those. I usually try and keep 2 to 3 of the lactose-free milk, which is for my friend that comes over, and I keep special cookies for her. I have cake mixes down here, which I'm almost out of. I'm almost done with that. Just really slowly making my way through that. Up here we have paper towel, toilet paper. So I get these sent to me, 45 rolls at a time. These sent to me in packs of 12, and there's 3 in that. So I'll be due for another one of those soon. They just get auto sent to me from Amazon because they are cheaper than anywhere else I can find them at the moment. Tea bags, I get Milo cereal sent to me because it works out to be $1.50 a box from Amazon. So once every 2 months I get 2 boxes sent to me. The store brand Nacho Chips, these are cereal from Lighthouse, and I have Uncle Toby's quick satchels, which I buy on special, again for quick easy meals in the mornings when maybe I'm busy with the baby. Lunchbox snacks, we have the Belvita, which I got 3 for $5. I got these, which are 2 for $5, so that's 30 LCMs there. Gluten-Free Wheat Bix, I got to try, did not like them, giving them to a friend. I have some popcorn, jelly. I'm always cycling through jelly, so if I have a couple of dollars left over in my budget or I have to reach a certain spend for something, I'll grab a couple of packets of jelly or something like that, pop them in here. I do them with the peaches and the true fruits as school lunch snacks as well. So that's a quick run through of my stockpile there. Now let's talk about why. All right, so we've touched on a few whys so far. If we get sick, if I do not have the money to go and do the shopping, if something goes wrong, we have this. And it has saved us through 2 births, like 3 cars, major car breakdowns, huge bills, all sorts of things. So a couple of job losses as well. So say hubby called me right now and said, hey, something's happened, I no longer have a job. That's really scary, but I feel much better knowing, 1, I have an emergency fund to help carry us through, and 2, along with my emergency fund, I have emergency food storage, which isn't just for, if the world ends, although it is for that. It's also for if shit hits the fan in our life with like a job loss or the car breaking down or something like that. Now, I know that with, say, $20 to $30, I can buy milk, bread, cheese, and fresh fruit and vegetables for my family. And then everything else I can get from here to supplement that. And that means we could live on $30-ish a week for a couple of months while we used that money or use whatever money we could come up with to secure a new job, secure parts or a new car or whatever that is. So that's one of the big reasons. Again, it's convenience. It's not having to go to the shops when the baby's sick, when I'm sick. And that's why this is so low at the moment, is because I just had a baby 5 months ago. And in the lead up to that, there was a lot of COVID around, so I wasn't going to the shops. I just had a new baby, wasn't going to the shops. I got incredibly sick, wasn't going to the shops. Now, was I getting fruit and veg and stuff? Was hubby getting fruit and veg? Yes. But we were able to sustain ourselves on this and on the supplies that I have here. And it saved us money, especially with these price hikes, because while this might be $7 a box now because of inflation, I bought it when it was $4 a box. So I'm technically still paying $4 a box, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of locking in those prices now on the things that we love to not have to pay a bazillion dollars later. Now, common stockpiling mistakes. Buying something just because it's a good deal, even though maybe your family doesn't love it, or maybe they love it right now, but you don't know whether it's going to be a family favorite forever. Huge mistake. This was a mistake. I heard all sorts of good things about it, and I was so excited to have Wheat Bix that I grabbed 2 boxes. I tried it. It was disgusting. But thankfully I have a girlfriend that has these every single day, so I'll give that to her. But I've been doing this for 10 plus years and I still sometimes make these mistakes. The other thing is buying long shelf life items or items that don't go bad before with their best before. So the pasta, for example, has a best before. That's not a used by. It will last, some pasta will last up to 30 years if it's stored correctly. But that's a best before date. So pasta, I'm happy to use pasta's best before date. Tins will last up to 10, 30 years, depending, as long as they're not damaged. I'm happy to use those. Things I wouldn't be happy using past their best before date. I don't have a lot in here because I tend to keep this rotating and I tend to keep that kind of stuff in here, out of here. But I wouldn't be buying that. Things like clearance meat and stuff like that, I do buy. You can throw it straight into the freezer and then use it again later. It's the best before is, or the use by date is for it to be fresh. Or you can come home, cook it into a meal, then save that meal into the freezer for a time where you don't want to cook. So which is much more helpful, especially with my procrastination. It means that it definitely gets used and it's not just sitting in the bottom of my freezer getting ignored. When to stockpile? Well, it depends. And it depends even for me. So sometimes I'll do a specific stockpile shop. I'll have a little bit extra money. We'll get a bonus. We'll get our tax return back, something like that. And I will say, okay, that's the post there. okay, I have an extra $100 that I'm going to buy specifically for stockpiling, and then I will make a list and I will go and buy those items. Or more usually I do the half price items, I check the specials, and if I have a little extra room in my budget that week, I'll grab 1 or 2 items and just add it into here. So it's constantly being added to, constantly being taken from, so nothing goes bad. Another time that I'll do that is at the moment I'm doing some Flybuys and Woolworths point stacking. I will talk to you about that in another video. But for example, I have to spend $30 at Woolworths this week and I get 2,000 points, which is $10 back. So really I'm buying $30 worth of items and I'm going to pay 20 for them technically. So I will probably buy something for my stockpile, or I will focus on things like our dairy, cheese, stuff like that, stuff that we've had issues with the shortages of, because I can always throw cheese in the freezer. It freezes up really, really well. Same with cream. Most dairy freezes really, really well. Same with bread, stuff like that. So I will use that to stock up. Sorry about that. Kids checking to see what I'm doing. All good. Now, am I going to go and spend $50 I don't have to meet these spends? No, I'm not. But if I'm within, $5 or $6 of that spend, or I know that I'm desperately in need of certain things, I will put that on my list to make sure I hit that spend to get that money off, because I would be spending that money anyway. We use that money for Christmas and birthdays and all of that, but also we use that money to stockpile. Woo! So sometimes I'll cash out on my Flybuys points, $50 or $60, and I'll do a stockpile shop and grab some things that we need. We're going to end up buying nappies, wipes, sugar, bread, all of that anyway, so I might as well get it when it's on special, or I might as well get it while there's plenty of it and there's no shortages, because I think we've all seen how the supply chain, I don't think I need to say more on that. So yeah, that's why I stockpile, when I stockpile, and how I stockpile. I'm definitely going to be refilling this very soon. I'm very low on lunchbox items. I'm low on nappies and wipes. I am low on some of my household items. I'm definitely low on a lot of my gluten-free items and my Asian shop items. I would usually have quite a bit more rice noodles up there. Rice, I'm definitely out of rice. I need that kind of desperately. And I'm low on things like garlic and minced garlic, ginger, tins of fruit, things like that, because we do use a ton of that, and I like to have them on hand because they have very, very long use by dates, several years, and we use a ton of garlic. I go through probably 2 to 3 of these a month at least, more if I'm cooking, because I do a lot of cooking from scratch. So don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, subscribe, click the little notification bell to be notified when I post a new video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.